Hey guys, and welcome to the 1990 film Edward Scissorhands, the filming locations. The first location is in Lutz, Florida, at Carpenter's Run. As you can see on the map here, Tinsmith Circle is the street. As it was 28 years ago, the houses look a little bit different in 2018 as they did back then. But of course they painted them all for the film and repainted them back. Here's Edward's house, or where he stayed at. As you can see, it looks a little bit different, especially with that tree right in the front. As we get a bit closer here, a lot of scenes, or a few scenes were shot here in the front yard. A lot were mostly shot in the backyard. As you can see here, it looks kind of similar to what it did. They had a barbecue, and the tree house was over here in the corner, and he had made the dinosaur bush over here. And standing in this doorway was Winona Ryder looking out at Edward in one scene. Down the street here is where the castle would have been. Of course, these trees are kind of in the way, but at the end is where the would have went up to the castle at the end of the street. Of course, it was digitally put in. But as you get a little bit closer here, you could kind of see about where those red signs were the gates to go up to the castle. About right there. So, it looks different, but some things look similar enough. A few scenes were shot here as all the people gathered to chase after him was right here, and the cop shoots about right here where the gates would have been. Edward only said 169 words in this film. Some interesting facts. Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, this was their first film together, as they did many more. Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys was in this film, surprisingly enough. He was the kid on the slip and slide in one of the opening scenes. Right here, they shot a scene where Anthony Michael Hall and Winona Ryder were trying to get into their house right there at the door. And over here, Edward pulls up. A woman walks by with her dog on the sidewalk here, and he gets out to help them get into their house. What's funny is Crispin Glover actually auditioned to play Jim, Anthony Michael Hall's character. and there's no way that would have worked. Anthony Michael Hall is pretty funny in this movie, as he is in all of his movies.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out or puke or something. Later. First, take me to her house. Oh, come on, Jim. Don't make me drive. Just do it. Jesus. She was right about you. Just drive!
Right here was the scene where the cops pulled up. As right in front of me here is Jim's house that they're breaking into. And the next location is Southgate Shopping Center in Lakeland, Florida. And as you can see, the big Southgate sign is still up, and it pretty much looks the exact same as it did in 1990. Right here is where the car would have pulled up, about under that Tokyo Steakhouse sign. And right here is where Edward was walking towards Kim and Jim, and they were standing there just kind of leaning on each other right here. And right here, Edward was standing looking at them as they got in the van, and you could see this handicap sign. It was actually in the shot right before they closed the door, which is kind of cool. And right here is where they walked underneath, or on the sidewalk right here. And it all pretty much looks like it did in the film. Right here was the store that they were going to rent out for his business, and it's been vacant for years. I couldn't get in there, but over here to the left against the wall is where he put his hands up, which he's showing them around. In the back there is the electrical box to where he was about to electrocute himself, stick his hands in there.